Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Welcome to another episode of the G Spot.
It's the G Spot, baby.
Where you got to grow.
Or you got to go.
All right. So tonight we want to talk about.
First, let's get the 5 minutes of frustration out.
We're going to get our 5 minutes of frustration, but we want to just say hello to our absent co-hosts, Anitra, the realtor, and Guy, the insurance man.
Yeah.
So we want to first and foremost give them a shout out and send our condolences out to the Pace family for the loss that they experienced last week. So if we want to give our 5 seconds of silence in honor of that family and support them through their bereavement process. All right, so we are going to dig in. Mr. H, he told us coming up the elevator that he got his 5 minutes of frustration, and it might just be 5 minutes today.
We all got 5 minutes, but I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to be petty. So I'm going to pass on that today.
You're not going to be petty? Well, I'm going to be petty then. I'm going to be petty. I'm going to be petty for you. So, my 5 minutes of frustration. Since Mr. H is passing, I'm going to go ahead and be petty. Black women, I'm going to need y'all to calm y'all attitudes down. Y'all letting everybody know that you're mad, you're angry, and you ain't getting knocked down right. I'm going to just go ahead and say
There's something not going right behind closed doors.
Kim is being nice about it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be gutter with it. Y'all ain't getting knocked down. It's obvious because your attitude is jacked up. And in all seriousness, we have to stop treating our own people some kind of way.
Absolutely.
Because when we see a Caucasian, a European,
That's right.
a Neanderthal, as Dr. Umar says, we give them the utmost respect, you know, in our workplaces, whenever we see them out in public, you know, our tonality changes, our language, the word choice that we use change. But then when we're talking to our own people, we get attitudes. We want to give them the unprofessional tone and the unprofessional language and words as though because we are the same color, I don't have to speak proper English or speak to you in a tone that's respectful. And we need to stop this. Like if you work in a service industry, whether it be fast food, Walmart, in an office, answering the phones or whatever, and you know that it's a person that looks like you, that should be the reason why you give them the utmost respect, because this person looks like you. So I need us to really work on that. And I don't see this as much with black men, but I see this all the time with black women. We got attitudes in the workplace. We treat each other like crap. We talk to black men crazy. We talk to black children crazy. We talk to black women crazy. And we need to cut this foolishness out. Like in all seriousness, you know, we just had a very, very avoidable situation, you know, and then to me, it's like she's an elder black woman, you know, and as a you know, younger black woman, she didn't set a good example, you know, and lo and behold, if we had a even younger black woman with us, even younger than Kim, then what message is she sending out as an elder on how to conduct yourself as a lady? Like as women, we got to get back to not just being women, but we got to be ladies. And you being lady is having a good attitude and how you present yourself in your language, your tone, and how you speak to people and how you treat people. That's a part of you being a lady. You know, remember the term ladylike? You walk around with a nasty attitude is not ladylike. So that's my 5 minutes of frustration.
Well, just to piggyback on that, I don't have 5 minutes of frustration, but I do have a couple of seconds because I actually experienced it with you guys. I just want to say, like, it's okay for us to support one another. It's okay for us to be kind as Black people to one another. It's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
It's okay for us to be in our positions and be at work, and we still are conversing with each other with the utmost respect in a professional way. Like, you don't have to sit, and you don't see a lot of other cultures do that. It's only Black people, and we are like tearing each other down. Like, let's stop that. Let's literally give each other the utmost respect, and just let's build together and encourage each other. Like, why do we have to be the only race that does not support one another? Like, I'm tired of that. Like, seriously, because like we can't continue to go on like this. Like you said, if there was another young lady, because I am a millennial, however, if there was another young lady that was younger than me, what kind of example are we setting? We have to set the tone. We have to be better. We have to be better as Black individuals. Let's stick together like other cultures, and let's uplift and let's build. We ain't got time for this. Like, seriously, it's time to break these cycles, these habits. Let's break them. Let's break them. And that's all I got to say.
Well, you heard it. That's what it is. So we are going to move on from that and talk about the sisters a little bit more.
Right, hold on. Well, y'all did so good. Let me add on to that.
Oh, now you want to
Let's
jump
do the
in?
benediction.
Go ahead.
The benediction? Yeah, I'm just doing the benediction. I just want to make it clear. Everything that they said perfectly describes our discord. And other races, not only do they recognize our discord, they profit off of our discord.
Come on now.
They're successful because we don't get along, and we don't cooperate, we don't value each other. So our inability to behave accordingly towards each other actually is part of the strategy to take us down for other people. So I just want to add in that little bit. That is our down. We are empowering other people to take us down. So I just wanted to add that little bit.
Right. That was a good one. No, seriously.
All right. So we are, if anybody can let us know if they could see us on the DISCO100 channel.
Yes, because today's topic, we're going to talk about why women cheat.
Oh,
They always talk about why men cheat, and they get left off the hook as if they don't cheat.
He gonna moderate for the
Or
night, y'all.
as if they don't cheat a lot. So we gonna get this foolishness out the way, and finally, once and for all, we're gonna tell the truth about women's behavior, like they love to do about our behavior. We're not playing no games today.
you really
All
interested
right.
to hear why
He-
women
listen.
cheat, huh?
He is super fired up
He
to
not
talk
playing
about
games
the
today.
women.
Also, you got to remind them that we live tonight, so they can't call in. We want some women to call in and explain to us why y'all cheat. Y'all do the dog stuff.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So we gonna dive right on in. Who going first? Mr. H, you want to go
The
first?
women need to go first.
Hello.
Hey, listen. Are we gonna
It's
cover?
gonna be a mess.
I'm gonna tell you because we know y'all not gonna be as descriptive
Hogwash.
with y'all mess as you were with our mess. So let's get it.
Okay. So you want me to go
He
first,
just
Kim?
waiting.
Okay.
You want me to go first?
Sure do.
Okay, go ahead.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna say, based off of my research,
Oh, here we go.
Because we don't cheat.
Foolishness all out
we
the
don't
gate.
cheat. So I had to research this thing.
Starting already. Starting already.
Come on now.
So
What's the real?
I'm gonna say, like I said earlier, when I was 14, I cheated because I moved on.
Nah.
She was 14, y'all.
If y'all
Listen,
and those
y'all might be
that's buck dancing going on right now. So that's not an illusion what you hear. That's buck dancing.
Nah.
Go ahead.
So I was 14 and I moved on into a new situationship.
Oh, you were
too
so
early.
young.
Yeah, I was
Sean,
young and dumb.
innocent and
Yeah, I was all,
all of those
that.
things.
So I don't even count that.
Right.
However, when I was in my 20s, I did cheat and I checked out. I had checked out. He had some signs of cheating. Nothing that I ever was able to prove beyond, texts and emails and phone calls and stuff like that. But I never anything like super tangible, like panties under the seat or,
anything. Anything physical for you to see.
Right. And definitely no admission since men are so honest.
No, come on now.
Yeah, definitely not any admission to cheating, but I checked out of the relationship. I kind of knew or felt like, it was like we were at a point of no return. And so I was just like, okay. And then I wanted, one thing I realized about myself later on in life was some of my sexual experiences came from just wanting to be connected to somebody.
Go ahead. We're listening.
So
They really got it going on tonight.
yeah, so I'm being honest. So that was that was the reason, the overall reason. It was the emotional. You wanted to be some gut bucket drag down the street.
It really was.
You
wanted to
really do.
dig deep.
Like that's my depth. Like, I wanted
That's a
to
story.
feel connected, and he and I had disconnected mentally and emotionally.
Okay.
So I wanted
That's
to feel the physical connection, but I knew that he and I couldn't because I had disconnected from him emotionally and mentally. So
That happens.
yeah. So that was the one time that I cheated. Hopefully he's not watching because I don't think he knows.
So you gonna break this hard 40 years later? Come on now.
Brother, if you ever dated her, just assume
She done cheated on you.
No, you ain't gotta assume. You could call me and I'm gonna tell you if it's you or not.
She can tell you.
Because I have very, very good relationships with my previous mate.
Until they find out.
So no, we
Oh.
hell, what all the stuff I found out about them.
Okay.
Well, we gotta find
Yeah.
out which one this is.
Well, we cool though. We
20
best friends at this point, so it wouldn't even matter at this point. And he was doing his dirt. Yeah. You actually you had a conversation with him.
Uh-oh.
Chess.
All right.
Chess, not chess.
Oh boy, yes. So
Okay.
that's my reason. Now, based off the research that I found, let's go back to the research.
Yes.
Research.
Is what I found is that most women cheat because they feel a deficiency of emotional support. It's more emotional. And what I found in my research is that most women cheat because of a mental and emotional deficit or reason, I should say. And most men cheat because it's physical.
We not on men today.
Well, I'm giving the compare and contrast.
Well, we contrasted last time. when
We didn't
talked about
contrast
it.
women.
Okay.
Okay, we didn't contrast women. So women cheat more for emotional and mental reasons.
Okay.
It's the truth.
Okay.
I mean, because like I said, again, women are not just out here signing up for horrible sex.
I
Because
would agree.
9 times out of 10, or I'm going to say 8 out of 10. Maybe I'll give y'all 7 out of 10. But 7 times out of 10, the sex is not that good. So let's just be clear about that. So we're not just having sex because it's so pleasurable.
Right.
Let's be clear about
it is.
that. So because we're going to go back to some more research, which is only 11% of women have orgasms from penetration. So again, we not
Say that
cheating.
again. Say that again.
Yeah,
I need you to repeat that.
I don't want to get too far off the topic. However, we're not cheating because we just want to have sex with y'all.
Okay.
Let's
hold
be
on,
clear.
Okay. No. Okay, because what a person would get from that is we're not cheating because the sex we're not cheating because the sex is good. Right? That's what I like. Just listen to.
I mean, overall, women are not just out trying to conquer another quest because we know we're gonna have an orgasm. Men are out. When they go out, they know almost 9 times out of 10 they gonna get what they going to get.
Right.
We don't have that. Listen, I don't even know if we running 50-50. Like, we running on some real chances. Like, the gas light been on for 3 days and we trying to make it all the way to Atlanta from Douglasville. That's the type of chance we running. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when we go out there, we're not really looking to accomplish an orgasm because it's not likely.
Okay, but sex is still enjoyable without an orgasm for a woman, right? I'm just asking a question. Yes or no?
Hell no. For who?
So if because I've heard women say, even
how many times I told you wouldn't be lying?
Hold on. Oh, you know what? Okay, whatever. But then women need to stop lying.
They do. I agree.
Okay, so y'all responsible for y'all own misery. Okay, keep it moving.
I agree. I tell you that all the time. Women need to stop lying about that.
Like,
yeah, that's the truth.
Cheat, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, I told you my 2 instances of cheating.
Now this is her research now.
Yeah, this is research, and the women are cheating more so for emotional and mental reasons. Although Mr. H doesn't want to accept that. So Kim, what you got?
Well, I would agree with that. As far as like, listen, I'm gonna keep it as honest as I can. I feel like men cheat, and I know we're not on the men, so I'm not trying to come for y'all, but I feel like women cheat, like Sean said, out of emotion. You know, they're missing something. Men cheat because of ego. They are wanting their egos to be stroked. You know, like, it's kudos for a man, but for a woman, like, we're not just out here giving our bodies away like that. It just does not happen. Like, you have to, I know it sounds cliche, but most women, listen.
Women, we talking about women.
We're talking about women. Most women are really not just out here saying, I just want to give this all away. Like, just
for no reason.
Like, here you go. Like, because you have to think about it. Like, y'all are not thinking about that piece down there as it being a prized possession. Women, most women value themselves, their boses.
I'm gonna disagree with that part now. Well, most women don't value their bodies.
I'm gonna say most, because I the women that I know value themselves, because the circle that I hang around is just, you know, I don't know every woman out here, but however, I would hope most women value their bodies. You know, and we're just not out here giving it up. Now, I know y'all men would not like to believe that, but I'm gonna that's what I'm sticking by that. Cheating. Let's kind of like not really define it, but like, I would say it's anything that you would not do in front of your spouse. Anything that you can't do in front of your spouse may be cheating, or maybe something that would lead to cheating. You know what I mean? We as women, now I'm not speaking from my perspective, but I'm just speaking. Men, before your woman cheats, 9 times out of 10, you'll know it. She'll say it without saying it. And that's the God's honest truth. Like, most of the time, like, we're like really screaming out for your attention, like what you're lacking in. And it's like, sometimes, I don't know, men just don't get it. They don't get it. So it's like, y'all don't get it. It's like y'all miss it. Y'all miss it because y'all so like in tune with. Sometimes they're so in tune.
Y'all ain't gonna attack my girl now.
Y'all not, because half of the time, one of the reasons is because we're feeling neglected. Y'all may be out there focusing on, let's just be honest, y'all focusing on money every single day. How I'm gonna get this money? How I'm gonna make this money? Like that, y'all focus on money more than y'all
focusing on other women.
Or y'all, right. So sometimes sometimes it can be, because I've ran into relationships where the man would neglect a woman for work.
What about when they neglect a woman for their mama? And they sister.
This is why women cheat.
Because
of that.
No. This is why women cheat, because they get neglected. So we trying to give y'all some areas that y'all may not have.
That is the reason.
Again,
Okay.
This is why women cheat.
Okay.
One of the things is neglect, and we're trying to give y'all some of the areas of neglect that some men may have not visited. So we're trying to help you, because it's not always a man is cheating. It's not always another woman. It's not always money or the job. Sometimes it's just the damn Xbox. You know,
now that man need to grow up at that point.
Yeah, sometimes
That's ridiculous. Now you can't be sitting here playing no Xbox all day. We at a certain age now.
Listen,
come on
it could
now,
be
put the
watching
Xbox
sports.
down.
It could be
That's
watching
true.
sports.
It could be sports. You're right about that.
You know, it's other things other than other people.
Yeah, that they
is what
can
I'm
neglect
saying,
for.
that men
That's true.
don't typically, because let's be for real, most men are, simplistic.
I don't think they're thinking about that.
Thank you. They're
Either
simplistic,
like they're
yeah.
not really like focusing on like I'm neglecting my spouse.
Yeah, because
I'm
they
watching
feel like
sports.
right, because they feel like they're in the home. I'm here. I'm present. This is enough. My
Right.
presence is enough.
or I'm
And-
providing, and we're
Right.
fine.
Yeah, yeah, and
You
no,
know.
it's not. It's
It-
not. It's not enough. Women typically, we really like me. I'm needy as hell. I'm gonna just be real.
I am. I'm emotionally needy.
Yeah.
Like you have to I need that. It's like I need attention from a man.
Yeah.
You can't neglect me emotionally. Like it just cannot happen. Like
Yeah.
because like we said, that's another reason. Like when women start to feel like they're not needed anymore, like you don't compliment her anymore. It's just a little stuff that you don't focus on. You forget things
Yeah,
that you
like
used to
kids.
do. No, like things that how y'all guys is when in the beginning y'all do everything just to get us. And then, like, once you got us, it's like, okay, you started to slack. You can't be slacking like that.
That's because you
Okay,
gotta
you
make
know
a
what? Let
choice.
me address that. And this is not directed towards my sister over here, but a lot of times the reason why a man will slack after he gets you is because the effort, he finds out that the effort he put in to get you wasn't worth it.
Oh.
I'm just, ladies,
This
if
is
no
fact.
man ever told you,
I'm-
because
fact.
I've been there, done that 1,000 times over. Because in the beginning, y'all got all these high standards, and you like, oh, I'm the prize, I'm worth it. You don't have to work for this, fine.
Right.
So I put in the work, and when I put the work in, and I finally got you, the work that I put in did not match what I got in return. As a matter of fact, it was way less than.
Okay, but are you communicating that? Because a lot of the times, hear me out, before we step out, I know most women try to communicate to their spouse about what they're feeling and how they're feeling and what's being neglected. It's just a lot of the times some men just don't listen. I'm not gonna say all.
no.
Some they do not listen. They hear it and like, oh, okay. And then like Sean said, you go back to playing the game or you go back to watching sports. Like they just let it go over their head.
No, they don't. Let me
Some do.
No, let me decode that for you.
Go ahead.
They don't give a damn. That's the decode.
Listen, no, okay. Well, I'm a man, so let me speak for men. They're not motivated to do so. One thing about men, hold on,
Which translates
Hold-
into what? They don't care.
It's not about not caring. It's not. There's a difference between not caring and not interested.
And found out you were
There's a big
trash.
difference, and exactly.
Okay, so is the mature man thing to do
Is
is to
leave.
sit her down,
Right.
have a conversation,
Conversation.
and exit stage
Left.
left.
That's
Don't give her less.
Right. But-
Because whatever you felt like you're getting less, so I'm gonna give her less.
Okay.
No,
Absolutely.
if you were who you say you were in the process of getting her, the things that you did, the opening doors,
The
taking her
just
to dinner,
because
or whatever.
flowers.
If that's who you were, then that's who you should
Okay.
continually be.
Okay.
If that's not who you were,
Not
then
bad.
maybe the reason why you ain't getting the package that you
It's
thought you was gonna
because-
get is because she also saw you wasn't the package that you presented
Right.
yourself to be.
No.
Yes.
No,
That's not.
her premise. Her premise was,
Who is her?
yeah. When I'm responding.
Oh, no, I'm responding to what you
Okay,
said.
No. This is what I'm saying. It sounds good. It sounds good after I done paid for all these dinners, wrote all them notes. We done went on all these trips, and now you done got what you wanted. Now all of a sudden I just gotta leave empty-handed. No, I'm gonna get some of this back or another. Hold on.
No.
I want some of this back. Well, you
But
don't
that's
get
trash.
I don't get to look like that. I'm just saying for men who have that mentality.
Wait, how you gonna get it back? What you
Which is
expecting?
you.
What are you expecting?
What I'm saying, it depends on what he get. He might be getting some casual sex. He might be getting some other things that you bring to the table. You know, some if we're shacking, some financial relief.
Oh, Lord,
you know,
yeah,
something
yeah,
get something out of the table. But what most men not gonna have is after I've invested in you, you benefited, and I'm just supposed to leave gracefully, and you experience no type of loss like I've experienced a loss. Most men not gonna leave like that. Sounds good.
It's called the
Sounds good, but that's not gonna happen
It's
in
called
real life.
retribution.
So
There's
because
gonna be
you,
some kind of reciprocity, some kind.
Yes, sir.
so because you have
let's
taken
address
her
some
on
of these
dates,
comments because I've just been
Cool,
able
go
to get
ahead.
to the comments and hit.
because I want to come back to these taking.
I done took advantage of him, gave back little to nothing,
Nothing.
and now he just should leave grateful.
It's not always
That's
taking
not
advantage.
Listen, I'm telling you, want to agree or disagree? That's how some men
So-
feel.
Okay,
And
that
I wouldn't
and because
disagree with that.
Hey,
because you
disagree with that.
feel okay, and because you feel that way doesn't mean that is what's happening. So it is
I
not
promise you
up
that's
to
exactly
you to go and drag her down the street because you feel like
Right.
she dragged you down the street, because now that makes you the same person that she
I'm
is.
saying,
Petty.
I'm just saying that's how some men feel. I ain't saying that was
Okay.
me.
So love and loyalty says once a woman checks out emotionally, the relationship is pretty much over.
Right.
I agree. Patricia says that cheating comes from lack of needs, being it physical, emotional, mental, social, whatever.
Oh, this
would
is such
agree.
bull.
Yes, Patricia.
Y'all, I know y'all men don't want to
This is
hear
some
it,
bull.
Yes.
but this is what's coming from. Now y'all laugh. Now y'all told us.
Wait a minute.
respect y'all. This is what's coming from a man. We need y'all to take in what we're saying.
Oh,
because that's the
wait a
problem.
minute.
It's just the
Love
list
and
needs to be
wait
a
a
little
minute.
longer.
What love and loyalty done shut the show down.
What love and loyalty said?
Listen,
So
this
bull.
it right here. Every man listening from adolescent to 99, I want y'all to get this, hear this really, really good.
That means it's some bull.
She said, I want to feel like a priority.
Yeah.
Come on, sister.
No.
Yes.
Like you're
Yes.
valued. Yeah.
You, if your
Absolutely, I
woman
would
doesn't
agree.
feel like she's a priority in your life, you gonna have a problem, baby.
Absolutely.
You gonna have a problem.
Well-
if you prioritizing everything and everybody else, and she's taking a back seat or a side seat to other stuff and other
tell you
people,
why that happened.
you gonna have a problem.
That's
I'm gonna tell
true.
you why that happened.
Okay, we don't care why it happened. We just telling you that we don't need to feel that we're not a priority. Okay,
Can
let me-
I
I'm-
respond?
can I-
Since I'm
can I
in between
read-
adolescence
Can I
and
can I
90.
read my
Since you was
my
talking to me,
viewers?
I'm between adolescence and 90.
Okay, but let me because they've
sounds
been
like-
comment and then we wasn't addressing it because I couldn't get to it.
Go
Okay,
ahead, Sean.
so let's see. Love and loyalty says no. The woman you went to work for wasn't the right woman. Okay,
Right.
Patricia says yes. We do give warning signs. Patricia says yes, Kim. That's true. A man's focus is on something else. She also says so. If his focus is on something else or someone else, I'm gonna find me another focus.
Okay, so why not have that conversation?
Yeah, what happened to the
Oh, now we want to have
Y'all want it
Now,
one way. Listen, y'all want it
See,
one
y'all
way,
wasn't
but then when it comes
listening.
to
You
the
know
man,
what?
you want it a totally
No,
different
no, no.
way.
You see,
No, you
y'all
don't have that
see
same
this
conversation
foolishness
about being
said.
responsible.
We
So
said
if you're
that,
having that
but I said
responsible
that.
conversation, okay, in the relationship.
I feel like that went over your head because you wasn't listening. See, this is what I'm
This is what I'm
saying.
saying to you. Y'all can't have
I
it both
said
ways.
9 times out of 10, y'all will know. We will try to express that in so many ways to y'all. Y'all just don't get it.
That's not what you said. You said what
Did
you
I
said
not?
is
Yeah,
that
I
Somebody
say it
run
one more
it.
time. Men don't listen.
silently. You're
No,
saying
I
she's
said
gonna walk around
indirectly
silently.
without saying it.
Okay,
I
so
said
we're
without
supposed to
saying
just reach
I'm
over-
about to go.
Nah, we don't do
Okay,
that. We don't do that.
we got to call him.
when we going off?
Yes, caller. Who we got?
Hey, how y'all doing? I just wanted to chime in
All right. Who we got on the line?
Who is this?
because I gotta speak on something a little bit.
All right,
So,
come on, give
Call
it
her
to us.
call her what's your
My
name?
name is Kitty.
The name is who?
Because I gotta
Turn your volume down, baby.
So when a woman is sexually deprived in a relationship or a marriage, okay? She's being deprived. She's not being satisfied. A lot of times we do give those warning signs. We do have those conversations, whether verbally or non-verbally. But how many times have you heard a man say, well, I ain't never had no complaints. I ain't never had no complaints. You had no complaints, but you didn't want to listen because don't no man want to believe that they stuff is trash.
Absolutely. Girl, I swear I'm about to run up out this studio.
We done told you in a few different ways.
It's true.
But you didn't receive that information.
Oh.
So now I'm decided to blow my back out because you ain't holding it down in that area.
Come on.
And women, and let me tell you something, some women will stay with bad sex for a while. We will.
Yes.
Because we really be wanting the relationship to work.
That's
you
right.
know, the relationship is not based on sex, but it's important. But after so much time of feeling that neglect sexually, and I'm doing what I got to do to please my man, you getting off, and I'm sitting here, looking crazy, and giving me that bonus
like
sport.
a damn broke
Now I gotta go out and
Pekingese.
go find some good stuff.
Exactly.
Bonus pork, yeah.
Stop serving the boneless pork. I'm just saying.
Wait. What's your name again?
It's Chris.
And Chris, especially when they want to do when it's
Yes, she did.
wait.
I don't know no man that's attracted to a woman gonna give her a boneless pork. I don't know about that.
And especially
It happens.
go ahead. I'm sorry,
It
Chris.
happens. No, he was saying he don't know no men that do that, but we know that, for men, when they get a hard on, there's a lot of things that can affect that. Their health, their stress,
Right.
just different things. So, and a lot of times, because I've actually dealt with a guy who had that type of problem. And it was the hardest conversation ever because he just didn't want to admit that he couldn't perform. And I was going to him like, oh, damn, you ain't holding it down. But at the same time, I was like, babe, what can we do? What can I do to encourage you?
They don't want to have a
get this thing
conversation.
going? Because I'm over here like a box of, dry noodles, and I need some, you understand what I'm saying? So,
This woman nigga macaroni salad. What you got going on over there?
They're like boneless pork.
Going on over there?
Boneless pork and dry macaroni. She didn't say, wait, girl.
Excuse the food references. I'm hungry. What I'm saying is those conversations are very hard for men to deal with. It hurts their ego whether you're trying to or
Lord
not. So
Jesus.
tell us a way that we can tell you, about those things and you can actually receive it.
Right.
Because, those conversations are happening non-verbally and verbally, but how are you receiving?
They're not
receiving on us.
receiving
Well,
it.
your
Right.
is just big. That's why you're not doing
Your
it.
stuff big.
That's why you don't enjoy. Like, wait a minute. What?
Because their pride is hurting.
Listen.
It's hurt.
Miss Chris, I got one question for you, baby. I need you to answer this question for me. Out of 10 encounters, how many of them do you expect to be pleased in?
Out of 10 encounters,
Yes, how many of those encounters do you expect to actually have an orgasm and be pleased in?
oh,
Don't lie. You got a man to next to you.
no, I'm not gonna lie. I would like it to be 10 out of 10.
Come on now.
But
Hell, I will settle for 7 out of 10. That's at 70%. Okay?
But-
I'm a math teacher.
However,
It's 3. It's about 3.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me ask the question. Hold on. Miss Chris, this
God.
Miss Chris, I'm going to assume you're an adult female, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Do you express your needs, your wants, your expectations, since you are, I guess, 70% likely to expect a bad experience? So going in, do you describe what it takes to satisfy you, or do you wait till the tragedy happens and then try to plug the boat after they're done saying?
Okay, so I'm a break this down a little bit more. Fortunately and unfortunately, as a woman about to be 40, I'm a teacher. That's my profession. I don't want to teach no man nothing. So I'm not going in a situation having to sit you down with a PowerPoint presentation talking about turning to the left, to the right, break it all down.
Well, you should know. Come on.
There are things that I enjoy sexually that most people don't do. So there is a certain time if I see that we're going to be in this for the long haul, we're going to have this conversation. Yeah, baby, I need you to pull that. Okay, I need you to slap this. I need you to choke that. Whatever.
Come on
but
now.
For the most part, I don't want to have to sit here and break out no PowerPoint presentation on what you need to do.
So in other words, the answer to my question is you wait until the tragedy happens and then try to fix it on the back end.
On the back end, after you done investigated
Let me break it back on you, because if you just met me and we about to do the do, I'm pretty sure if I start telling you things to please me, you're not gonna receive it, bro.
Hold on. I just got one question for you.
Okay.
How many times have you heard that?
What do you mean?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's be clear about what you're saying. Men don't listen. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, because I'm gonna give it to y'all. Egos be on the line. Okay, cool. So that is why it is better to have that conversation prior, because after the act, men will be less likely to listen.
Okay.
Because now they have performed or lack thereof, and now the ego is on the line.
So wait,
Because now you got something that you could specifically reference versus having it before in the safe zone.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Cool. Miss Chris, have you
Yes,
ever discussed wants, desires like slap me, pull, choke?
Oh, absolutely.
And were they honored the way that you described
prior to the act.
prior to the act? Was it honored?
Oh, yeah.
Even when you gave the conversation?
She didn't say if she did it or not.
I'm asking her a question.
Okay, did you have the conversation
She
prior?
said, yeah.
She said she has. Okay, so I'm asking her.
I have had those conversations
And
prior.
was it followed?
Okay,
Was it followed?
sometimes it did not go good. Before we had sex, it did not go good because he felt like he was king ding-a-ling and he was about to put it down.
Okay.
Let the girl finish. And hold on, and finish.
Let her finish
There has
first.
been a few. There has been a few that has honored a few of those
Thank
things. So
you.
let's be honest.
Thank you.
Sexually, but
We gonna try and do
sexually, if you're not into
No, you didn't get a
if you're
checkmate,
not-
baby.
Wait.
You didn't get a
if you're not
checkmate.
into certain things, it's still not going to translate. You
True,
understand what I'm saying? So
true.
he has to be a pleaser like I'm a pleaser.
Jesus.
If you're doing it just because I like it, it's still not
Right.
going to you slapping my,
I
you
would
choking me,
agree.
You choking me like I owe you money. I need you to help me.
That's what I'm talking about. Choke you like you owe you money. Okay.
Talk to me. I want you to talk to me during sex.
Chris, somebody is back here saying, what's your address?
You heard that?
Okay, hold on. But you do agree that the times that you have discussed it prior gave you a better opportunity to get some of what you want versus none, correct? You will agree with that, correct?
He gonna try to position.
Oh,
it to
just-
try- he just trying to get this check. You can't get it, bro.
Chris, do you agree with that?
I couldn't hear the question.
Do you agree when you discussed it prior, it increased your chances of being satisfied versus not discussing it prior?
It could increase it. Yeah.
Thank you.
If he received
It could, but did it?
Thank you.
But did you just say it? Did you just say it?
Sometimes it did.
Because I could study for a test and still fail the test. Yeah.
Oh, come on, sister. Come on.
Chris.
She said, he don't listen.
No, but she said when she discussed it prior,
It could. She said it could, but it didn't.
but sometimes it did, correct?
Come on. You're twisting and turning it.
Okay, all right. I'm
Thank you,
done.
Miss Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Miss Chris, for
Thank
calling.
you
We
so
really
much,
appreciate you.
Yes.
All right. Yes, honey. Yes, love and loyalty. She sure is telling it.
Chris for calling.
All right. So we got some more comments
What
here.
they saying, Sean?
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
What are the ladies saying out there?
Kim
We
said
need to
yes,
hear
it's the
it.
little things that matter. These comments, they hear the woman, they just take them for granted. Joe said different vibrating women cheat for different reasons. I definitely agree with that. Miss Pat says, yep, keep that fire burning. Don't stop. Consistency is the key. Yes. And then to Standard, I know what she talking about because she said, "Oh, now you want to talk," which is what I said to you. Oh, love and loyalty say, "Oh, you want to talk now?" But when we said let's talk before, I don't understand that. Okay, we have already given so many signs of what we're lacking. I'm like, are they all the men rode on the short bus, girl? Like, what's the problem?
You know what?
That's true.
Okay, so she said, "Hello, somebody." We stay till the wheels fall off, and it won't crank no more.
Come on, who said that? Who said that? That was true. Love and loyalty, you hit the nail on the head, girl. You hit the nail on the head.
So,
we will stay until the wheels fall off.
Cassie says, women need to learn how to communicate directly what they want. Hold on, what they want, need, and desire. Obviously, men don't get the guessing games. Speak speak blatantly.
Who said that?
Okay.
We do not.
Casey. Good job.
Warning signs way before the cheating. Yes, it is love and loyalty. Then it happens. When it happens, they looking crazy like we never told them verbally or
Because y'all want us to be mind readers. We're not mind readers. We got so much going on out there.
And we don't. Lord Jesus.
Listen.
Okay, so then we have. You never told them because you were giving signs and innuendos instead of saying what's on your mind specifically. When you do say what's on your mind specifically, the young lady just called and said that when she tried to tell the man what she wanted, he thought he was king dingling and wanted to do what he wanted to do, which is, it sounds very familiar to me in the conversation that I constantly say. Men don't listen. Their egos enter into the conversation before their ears.
Right.
And it takes over and they don't hear what you say you want because they're assuming because they got 30, 40, 50 years in the game that they know what every woman wants. You do not know that.
And they're in defense mode because sometimes they probably do understand what you're trying to say, but they're so much in a defense mode with their egos that they don't want it. They don't want to receive it.
Listen.
Exactly.
That's because
That
they're
y'all
shut
trying
down.
to have the conversation.
Exactly.
Okay, Casey says this. He's LaRon. He's logged into a different account, so it's LaRon under
What's
that.
going on, LeBron?
Yeah.
Oh,
Joe
that's-
said sometimes your signs are like the ones in the cornfields from aliens. Joe, go find you something to do.
Listen,
Yo, cut it out.
here's what they trying to do. They trying to absolve themselves of all the responsibility.
We really are. We're
Yeah,
just really trying to tell y'all why.
Y'all have a
Because
responsibility.
here's the thing: if as men, if I'm telling you, the best time to have certain conversations, as women, y'all can't refute that because y'all don't have the psychology of a man. Y'all may want to, so it sounds like, hey, y'all just ain't listening. Your ego, this, that, and the third. But what I'm telling you is, the best time to discuss your expectations is in the beginning.
Okay.
That's all
we
I'm
got
saying.
that.
Yeah.
We totally got that. We got it. Okay. We got it. We're going to have the communication conversation about our needs, wants, and desires before we get let down. We got that. Okay.
Then what happened? Now what happened?
When you get let down anyway, now I'm frustrated and I'm not opening for conversation because I told you what to do.
Yeah.
You failed at it miserably, and now you want to sit here and look at me like damn bugger dum-dum. I don't want to talk no more. I'm sexually frustrated. But anyway.
So let you tell you don't come anyway. Don't matter.
And to my point is that a lot of men, unfortunately, they get this one beat game that they learned when they were 16, 17, and they think that they should be doing that same stroke, you know what I'm saying, at 40, 45. They never learn any new techniques. They never learn anything new.
They are
Not
very routined. Let's talk about the routine. Oh, Jesus.
Well, you know what?
Listen,
Cracking it
I know
up.
what you're about to do. I know how long it's going to take. I know how long it's going to take. I know when
Okay, y'all hurry up. We talking
come
about
on. No. They don't want to talk about the laziness. Like,
What you just say, laziness?
No.
and you don't want to blame it on, oh, well, you know, I ain't had nothing on down. No, it's 3 seconds.
The man is excited. What you talking about?
3 seconds. See that?
Hey, that's it. Yeah, you excited.
And this is why women cheat.
Hold on.
Conclusion. Hit the gavel. We laughing, but let me tell y'all, it's real. We laughing, but in all honesty, it's real. Like this goes on.
Yes, it may go on, but
Okay, so we got that. Let's get to the other reason why women cheat.
Okay, we're going to find out
Okay,
why the other
so-
women cheat.
Lion King says women definitely need to learn how to sweet talk. You can get more with honey than you do with vinegar. I agree.
Break it down.
But if I say, sweetie, I want my hair pulled, and I want you to do this from this way, and then you still don't do it, my sweet talk didn't do anything except frustrate me further.
Okay,
Right.
we got that.
That's true.
We got that. Y'all sexually frustrated. That's the reason why y'all cheat.
Let's talk about
And y'all don't get enough attention.
That's what it is.
Yeah, of
They don't
course.
have enough attention.
not valued.
Not valued.
So you ready to get to the part where some women just cheat because they whores?
Or you
That's it.
Ready to get to that?
or are you ready to get to the part where some women
Okay.
cheat to do a get back?
Oh,
That I heard a lot of.
Thank you. Yeah,
You
that,
don't have women do a get back. They want you to feel that same.
Yeah, Miss Pat say y'all don't listen. They saying it. Y'all don't listen. I'm
Come on,
she
Miss
tell you
Pat.
how she want it done. You gonna do it how she want it done.
listen.
we're taking a beating
Listen.
today.
I can tell you how to cook a recipe, right?
This is correct.
But some people are just bad cooks. So I could give them the
Okay.
recipe, tell them the exact ingredients.
Yeah,
Like, don't
and they
buy the
won't.
store brand, buy the national name brand. I could give them the exact measurement of each ingredient. I can tell them to stir it 10 times to the left and 7.5 times to the right.
And it still
And
won't
it
come
still
out.
don't come out right because some people are just not good cooks.
That's true.
With that being said,
I'll give you that.
some men are just not good sexual partners. They're just not good
I'll
in
give you
bed. They clumsy as hell.
Some men, some, not most, and not all.
Most. I was going to go with most.
Okay. So some
That's
women
an unfair
cheat.
assessment.
Some women cheat as a get back.
Yeah, I
Okay,
did hear that
that's
a
fine.
lot.
and I understand. So men, if you dished it out, then you gotta take it. Just plain and simple. I know that's cold because when women cheat, it's usually
Love and loyalty, I feel you.
It's usually a lot more malicious.
But usually they don't take that. Like it's more so like it's sometimes it's like a I cheated, but look, I expect you to forgive me. But if you cheat,
Yeah.
That's the ego. That's the ego show back up. LaRon
It
said
shouldn't
something
be like
that's
that.
very, very
Well, I think that's because when men cheat, a lot of times it is just physical.
Right.
They're not trying to destroy a family or destroy a relationship. I know that's an
they
oxymoron.
destroying their own damn
I
relationship.
just said
Exactly.
that's an oxymoron. But we feel like because our emotions are not in it, then we can recover because there's no threat to the relationship. I didn't say it made sense.
Oh Lord,
I didn't say it made sense. But when y'all cheat, y'all
okay.
actually cheat thinking about leaving. We don't think about
Nah, they
leaving.
cheat
Because
with the
we
emotion.
okay.
I didn't say it made
I'm
sense. I
just
didn't say
going
it
back
made
to my
sense.
comments with my viewers. Yes,
Y'all-
love and loyalty.
y'all-
I'm about to run out.
wait, Sean, before you say that. And sometimes with the whole revenge thing, like I know it sounds wrong, but like some women could be out there, she's doing it because she simply just wants you to get it together, and you still don't get it together.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
you think
Saying
that's
that
gonna
it's
bring-
right.
LaRon said
It's right.
sexual compatibility cannot be taught.
I
Now
believe-
you talking,
I
LaRon. I don't
agree
know
with
what that
that.
stuff is when you was under that other profile, what you was talking about, but you
Whoa, whoa,
you
whoa,
on
whoa,
now.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Okay,
whoa, whoa,
sexual
whoa. I
sexual
disagree with that. I
compatibility.
disagree
No,
with
no. Sexual compatibility cannot
I
be
disagree with
taught.
that.
Okay, that's cool. LaRon, he disagrees. LaRon also says that it's not that this guy
Because,
it's not
I mean-
that this guys are not good or good and bad necessarily. Some guys are good enough for some women and some got what? And some men are not. I think he got a little typo going on there. The world is about to end when we cheat. Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah,
Basically.
It all goes down to
Because
penetration.
y'all cheat to
Y'all
lead the
taking something
relationship.
into yourself.
Okay.
We're not.
What? You keep making
Or stop.
understand that.
Y'all can
So,
sit here
listen,
and
y'all-
break it
you
down
just said that y'all
and twist
cheat with
and
your
turn it the
emotions,
way.
right?
Cut it out.
So
Yeah,
now
we
you
the
in love
bad
with somebody
guys.
else at the same time?
Okay, hold on.
This is a double standard.
It is.
It's
always
No,
a
no,
standard.
I'll be the first person to say that men do live by a lot of double standards. Okay,
Oh yeah,
listen,
absolutely.
Of course.
Okay.
But women live by a lot of lies because here's the thing.
They lied.
Listen, let me just address this real quick because y'all do a lot of butt dancing, right? First of all, what I don't like is y'all adding a lot of virtue to why women would cheat. Oh, we put our all into the relationship.
You never heard. Not one of us said that.
Where y'all say y'all didn't get enough attention. The
Okay.
Xbox, that whole
That's the
okay.
reason.
Box.
Right, and then after that, so that's a form of neglect. And then y'all would say, well,
Okay.
you got fed up with taking all of this mistreatment, and then that led you to make a desperate decision.
We never said it was desperate.
Well, I'm describing it.
You
like,
just being
like I
extra.
described. No, y'all was being extra.
No, because the fact of the matter is, studies say that women cheat more for emotional and mental
Absolutely.
reasons, and men cheat more for physical reasons.
Hold on.
So it would definitely line up with what you're saying with the reasons why we saying we
Okay.
cheat. We're
And I'm-
neglected. We felt this. We're not sexually satisfied
Wonderful.
with all of that stuff.
Wonderful.
So it lines up.
Wonderful. And I don't know what generation of women that study was referring to, but I know
It's the same.
No, it's not, because this generation of women, y'all more on the come up. A lot of women will sleep with another man because he's just better than the man you got. And I don't mean
That's a good reason.
no.
I have enough money at the time.
No, we're talking about like.
You got hold on.
Is it physically?
Hold on, let me explain. You got a good man at home, work hard.
He just lacking.
No, you got you got a good man at home.
Come on now.
Hold on. You got a good man at home, work hard, make about 60,000. Decent looking brother, you know what I'm saying? But because he worked taking care of his kids, going to the little games or whatnot after school, he might have, put on a few pounds. But then y'all meet this young dude in the gym, ain't really got no
A
responsibility.
younger dude.
Yeah, he might be young. What he ain't got really those responsibilities, so he in and out of the gym on a regular. Make a few more dollars.
Do y'all hear this hypothetical BS?
Y'all listen. Y'all will cheat on a dude that's better than the one, or you perceive him to be better than the one that you got. 'Cause women these days.
Wait,
Hold on. You ain't no good. Women these days will cheat just because they feel like they got a better opportunity,
bigger, better
that
deal.
might look better,
So
or might make a couple of more dollars.
Is that worse than men cheating because the girl
We're
booty
not
bigger?
comparison. We're not doing comparison. We're not doing comparison. We got doing comparison right now. We didn't say who's cheating was better. That's not the conversation.
No, I didn't say who's cheating was better. I said,
Conversation. Come on now, you know a lot.
That's what they turning into a
but
competition.
it's the same.
Well, if you
But
turn it
it's the
into a
same.
competition,
Hold on.
cheating competition.
First of all, let me just say this.
Come on, man.
Wait a minute.
As men who have cheated, right? The reasons why y'all are saying a woman who had a man ended up in my bed when I was the other dude, it's not what y'all saying. All I'm saying is there are some women are just as selfish, just as unappreciative as men are. That's all I'm saying. And I know we want to make it seem like this huge imbalance. But what I'm saying is
We're not saying it's
hold on,
imbalance.
let me finish, because I don't want you to skew what I'm saying. Men will always probably be more immoral than women. I don't have a problem saying that. But what I'm saying is the gap is not as wide as y'all trying to make it seem.
We're not trying to make
That's all-
it seem.
that's all I'm
See,
saying.
this is the reason why
in
women
your
cheat.
mind.
No.
We're trying to make it that way. And we're
This is the reason women cheat, because
Men
men don't listen. Men don't listen. This is the
Let me
reason
just say
women
this.
cheat.
Women, let me just say this.
Come on now.
Don't confuse
Come on.
good vagina with good sex. And I think a lot of women confuse the two.
And
Men
men
have a lot of men have a lot of bad sex too. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, of course. We
But
had
because the vagina is good, y'all get a pass. But a lot of women provide that just as much. Well, I'm not gonna say just as much, but because I don't even want that fight.
Please
But a lot of-
elaborate.
Okay,
Girl, we're not going there with him.
because
We want to elaborate.
a lot of men, if they're honest, will say the woman's performance wasn't good. When the brother walks out of there high fiving, it's because her vagina was good, not her performance. And that's something. If you want to say what
Okay.
women aren't honest about, men aren't honest about that. A lot of
Okay,
women
so
are lazy. They just-
let's
they-
help you. We were blessed to be able to lay on our backs and do nothing and still provide.
And that's why
Okay.
pulling back.
On the other hand, y'all can do cartwheels, backflips,
And still not get you off. Yeah.
not do a damn thing.
And it still be a boneless friend.
What you say? A bowl
Like
of
my
pork
sister
chop?
Quinn.
I just start expecting more. That's all I'm saying. Because they've been getting off the hook for all these years, and this is what we've created. We've created these women who think they are bringing more to the table than what they really are in a lot of areas. And brothers, we got to start raising the bar.
Miss Audrey says, why don't men also learn their spouses so pleasing her becomes easier? Pay attention to her body, foreplay, learn intimacy. Who, Lord Jesus? Okay.
And that's
Love and loyalty
missing.
says, when we cheat, women have thought about it for umpteen times before we actually do it. We want you to fix it.
Yes.
And if you don't, it is what it is.
Okay.
We give you time
Yes.
to pay attention.
And the man does it.
Yes.
No.
And LaRon says, but
Man,
the
that's
fact is
true about
that
that.
two different genders generally cheat for different reasons. Absolutely.
That I know we mostly cheat for the same reasons.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
We really don't.
But there are, of course, always exceptions to the rules. I agree. It's Coco Baby says it's much easier for women to achieve sex than men, even when cheating. So you would hope if she cheated, she did it out of emotion and not out of the urge, greed, or Jezebel spirit. Yeah, you would hope. Love and Loyalty said, thank you, LaShawn. Men think what they see is better than what's at home. LaRon said, what? Men are more immoral than women? In
Yes,
what life?
we are. We are. women are more likely to be faithful than men are. That's true.
Wait a minute, but
But let me just say this. Let me just say this, because one thing that I've learned, a recurring theme, is the women say that men don't listen. So let me say to my brothers, listen to what your woman is saying. Try to respond to what her complaints and issues are. So in the end, she won't be able to hold that over your head. You know.
Oh, that's the reason you're going to listen, not to fix the problem?
No, I said fix the
Oh,
problem.
Lord Jesus,
I said
help us, Lord.
But no,
Help-
no, because no,
Lord Jesus.
because because
Is that not what he just said?
Yeah, that is what I said. No, let me let me explain
You
it.
know, H has a way with words.
Yes, and I'm here for it.
Okay, no,
I'm here for it.
because sometimes a woman will use that to justify her action.
what she's doing.
Well, it's going to be justified if she told you and you didn't do it.
Listen, and so my point is, if I do listen and I do respond, then I take that from you. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
don't listen just so that she can't
I didn't
use
say
it for an
just
excuse. Well, you
because of
said
that.
what you said
That is the
was
primary
brothers
reason.
listen so that she can't use that later on as her reasoning. So to me, you saying I'm listening just to take that excuse off the
Away,
table,
yeah.
but not to fix what her complaint
That
is.
was not.
That's what's called massive manipulation.
Oh wow!
What's
Wow.
don't need to be
Okay,
said.
well, wow. See,
Well,
now we're back to the lacking of communication.
Okay,
If-
okay.
if
Let me
we-
say it a different way.
okay.
Let me say it a different way. I'm just saying, when a relationship is breaking down, right? You want to make sure you do everything you can.
No, you want to
Hold on.
make sure
No,
that
no.
it don't break down.
No. But in real life,
It will.
in real life, peaks and valleys are real. In real
Okay.
life, hold on.
Okay.
Let me finish, because I don't want people to get confused. Peaks and valleys are real. So all I'm saying is, when you're in one of those periods where things aren't going well, you just want to make sure you're providing all you can, because there's a difference between a relationship falling and a relationship failing. There's a difference, because you're going to take fall.
Okay.
You just don't want to get to the point where you fail. That's all I'm saying. So you want to make sure you do everything you can, so she can't say, well, you didn't do your part. I'm just saying, brothers, do your part. and hopefully she does hers, and then everything will be okay.
Okay,
That's all
I'm gonna let
saying.
you off the hook on
Do
that.
all
For
that you
time's
can
sake,
do.
I ain't gonna keep.
Sinners, did you want to say something?
Oh yeah, we didn't. But I'm gonna let it ride.
Because
we didn't hear from Sinners.
it
Let's
just
see what he got to
seems
say.
me. It just seems to me that y'all like touching the surface. We had on our issue, we gave it to y'all from the heart.
Now let me ask you a
Get
question.
back on us.
Let me ask
We
you.
are giving it from the heart. Y'all just don't
We-
want to receive
y'all, and see,
it.
this is the reason why men get cheated on.
We were receiving
because we're
it.
sitting here now. We didn't debate
Right,
anything
with
with
y'all.
y'all.
We're not-
No, we
we
didn't. We did not.
Say something that sounds
We
familiar.
did not.
Hold on. Did they or did they not say the reason y'all cheat is because y'all made a choice? It's
Y'all
because
gotta take
made a
responsibility.
It was our choice too.
This the first time I heard you say that.
I said, heard you say that. That's the first time I heard
32.
Come on now. Come on now.
Reasonings behind
Come on
that.
now.
Listen.
All of it is a choice.
Come on now.
And that's always
First time hearing that.
Come on.
But
today.
why do you need to hear that when it's
I needed to
self-explanatory?
hear it last week.
Y'all was a choice.
Listen.
I was a choice.
You can't be that
Come on,
simplistic
man.
now. We gotta say it was a choice. Okay, but I'm gonna help you on
Now you
that.
both
I'm gonna help you on that.
answer.
We gonna help them on that, y'all. Y'all, ladies, y'all ready? Everybody in the comments. Let's go
Now
ahead.
y'all butt this.
It was a choice for me to cheat
Right.
because I was sexually frustrated.
Right.
So I chose to cheat because you chose to be sorry in bed. Okay. So now we said
Or you chose not to value me. You chose not to treat me like a priority.
Right.
So I made the choice.
yeah.
Okay.
To seek it
So y'all want to
elsewhere.
hear the choice?
So I mean, come on, we don't have to break down or define it.
Y'all broke it down last week. Listen,
Words can't define.
that's the inside joke.
Listen,
That's a-
Miss Kim
Here y'all go.
had on tonight. Words
Real
cannot
petty tonight.
define
Okay,
everything.
but this has to be said. Yeah, this has to be said. He was good men too. Let's just put that out there. The same way we readily admit.
We not saying we don't.
Hold on, but you didn't say you did.
Because good man, a good let's be
And who's
okay.
also good in bed too. All of that.
Oh,
you can be all of that to
God,
them,
yeah.
and some of them will still cheat on you. Bro.
Okay, we got an assignment for all the men. Every man listening, and I want you to give the assignment to your nephew, your neighbor, the deacon at the church, the parking lot attendant, the crossing guard on Tower Boulevard. I want every man that you know or you see to get this assignment. Find me one man that will say he was a good, honest man, great in bed, providing at home, doing everything that his woman wanted and needed, everything,
And she'll still lose.
and she still cheated. Find me one man that
No.
could say that a woman cheated on him in spite of him being like her whole Prince Charming riding in on a Clydesdale with 44 inch.
All right.
That wouldn't be a reason.
Hold on. Why are we acting like immoral women don't exist?
We didn't
That's
say
what I'm
that.
saying.
We didn't
Hold
say
on, hold
that.
on.
We didn't say that.
Hold on. Well, if they do exist, then an immoral woman would do just what you described. Let's keep it above. Here's what I don't like about some of these conversations. We have no problem admitting that a man will let you down sexually, a man will let you down financially, a man will be a deadbeat dad, a man will cheat on a good woman who provides everything, stays at home, cooks, clean, turns tricks in bed. We don't have any problem, any hesitation admitting that a man will do that.
Yeah.
Say the reverse. That don't happen. Go
It
to the
don't
parking
happen.
lot attendant, go to Target,
Well,
go to
just-
bar.
I'm just asking you. Bring it
on. Don't.
Hold on. Well, let's be honest. If we're really going to rebuild, we have to admit that there are victims on both sides.
This ain't a victim conversation now.
Hold up. Because I don't want you getting caught up on one word and twisting it around. All I'm saying is the same thing that happens on one side, the exact same thing happens on the other. Both sides need to raise the bar, raise the standards. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I could agree with that, but I'm not going to say that the same thing happens on.
Hold on. It's disrespectful to the men that have experienced that for us to sit here and act like it doesn't happen. That is disrespectful. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
Sidebar. Sidebar at 9:01.
I feel like we're getting this. Like, I feel like what we're saying is like being, I don't want to say attacked, but kind of like being,
It's being discredited.
being brushed out. Like,
We didn't all this,
It's
listen,
accountable.
all of this adversarial debating and back and forth and know this and know that, we did not do that. When
We
y'all
didn't
said
do
this was
that.
the reason y'all cheated,
We let y'all have the floor.
Okay, I can't tell
We
you.
did.
I can. Yes,
did.
we it's on record.
Okay, we're gonna watch
we don't have to play it back.
We gonna watch it again tonight. So it's like we're sitting here telling you the reason,
And they don't wanna
and-
accept
and
it.
y'all are actually the epitome because you're not listening. You're the epitome of why women cheat because we're sitting here telling you, and you want it to be something else. Like
Yes.
nothing
You
else.
said that's not true.
I'm telling you right
Go ahead,
now.
go
I'm
ahead.
telling you right now. We're telling you the reason women cheat, and you guys are saying, "Oh, I feel like you guys are scratching the surface. You're not digging deep enough. You're not this. You're not telling the whole truth. You're not doing this. You're not doing
adding
that."
to
And
the
we're
list.
telling no.
No, it's just a list.
But while you're adding to the list, you're trying to discredit what we're
Right,
saying, and
right.
we're telling you, I don't have a problem with you adding to the list.
Okay.
You can add to the list, but don't take what I'm saying off the list to replace
Right.
it with what you. Yes, you did. If you're
Okay,
discrediting
okay.
it,
I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back. What they said is true, but they did not add in all of the reasons that I've heard from other women as to why women cheat.
Okay, that's cool,
Nobody's
dude.
taking away from what they put on the table. Is that
Right.
clear?
okay.
I see what she's saying.
Right.
She's saying that she's giving it to us blood raw, but we're not accepting it.
Exactly. Exactly.
To say,
This is
hold
what
on,
I'm saying
I
to you.
disagree with that. To say that it's not accepted would be to say that I disagree. I don't.
Or say, like, I would say watering it down.
I don't think y'all watering it down. I think what I just said to the brothers that they need to listen more because I do believe, all jokes aside, I do believe our inability or refusal to heed what you guys tell us is a major part of the problem, many of our problems. So tell me, where's the confusion in that?
I mean, you just came to that conclusion
I didn't-
after we had this lady call. We've said it like 38 times.
No.
You finally were receptive to
Yeah, that's
accepting
true.
the fact that men don't listen, because at the beginning you were saying, "Oh, if y'all tell us in the beginning," and I know that every woman on this live can attest to they've had a conversation with the men
Right.
prior
Prior
to
to, yeah.
engaging, and the
Okay.
guy still did not listen. And even after the engagement,
Right.
you have the conversation again,
Okay.
and they still don't
Don't
listen
listen.
Okay.
because they feel like they know. You can't tell them how to please you.
Right.
They know how to please you because they basing it off of how they please Susie,
Yeah.
Okay.
Susie and them before you,
Okay.
and you can't teach him anything else. Man, I've been doing this so long, man. I'm King Dingling,
Okay.
man. I'm Lick 'em Low Larry and all this other kind of stuff or whatever. And you can't tell them nothing. They don't want to listen. So,
Okay.
and it's the truth.
Okay,
Men don't listen.
I agree with you. I'm gonna say most men don't. Here's what I don't
Okay.
like. Hold on. Here's what I don't like. Is when they act like all men have the same.
Not
We're
all.
not saying all.
Hold on.
We're not saying all. Come on now. You know we're not saying all.
Hold on,
I
listen
need
to
you
what
stop. I need you to stop because you confusing the people.
We're not confusing nobody. They
you are.
clear.
Yes, you are. No,
They
you're confusing
clear.
the people. Here's what I'm saying. Of course, we understand that there are some dudes who not gonna listen at all. Period. We get that. Now let's shift. Let's mature the conversation to somebody who actually is cooperative in their relationship. Let's mature. Let's raise the bar. All I'm saying is every woman doesn't have that type of man. Some women do have the type of man that is capable, that if you have the conversation prior, you will get better results. That's all I'm saying. Don't act like that we don't have a population of men that don't fit that description.
Well, here's the
That's
thing.
all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I'm not-
We could have discussed the no good
But-
dude and
but
another
here's-
part.
Listen, okay, but listen, you said, okay, if they do have that type of guy, then they wouldn't step out. If they have that guy, if they had the conversation
So
with
that's
him,
a mute
and
point.
he,
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Hold on.
Because
I'm
listen
saying,
to
go
what you
ahead.
said. You said if some women have the type of dude where they would have a conversation with that dude, and that dude would improve. That dude would work on with whatever they're saying that's lacking. So therefore, there's no need for that woman to step out.
Okay.
Exactly.
We're not talking about it. We're talking about
Exactly.
why women cheat.
No,
Right.
No.
Exactly.
No, we're right, but as we often do on this show, sometimes the conversation shifts.
comment.
No, you
hold on.
shifted it. We right here.
No. When Chris called for a brief moment, we were
Macaroni.
talking about sexual satisfaction.
No. I'm not talking about the sexual
You're not.
satisfaction part.
You're not.
But you asked her. You shifted the conversation by asking her if she were to have the conversation prior to, which do she think she would yield a different result? So that was you shifting the conversation. The conversation is what it is, and we talking about it.
Okay.
Women are not sexually satisfied. And men don't listen on how to help her become sexually satisfied. When she tries to give him the pointers, when she tries to tell him what she likes or how she likes it done, his ego doesn't allow him to digest the information because he's convinced himself that he knows what he's doing over what she knows about herself. That's the fact. I mean, you can't do that.
Okay, now let me isolate that part of the conversation because at that part, I was just specifically responding to the porkless all that bone. Right. At that point, my question to her was specifically about how to engage a man. Hold on.
Did that strike?
No, I thought that was funny.
If he got boneless pork, that ain't a conversation I need to have. That's a conversation he need to have.
Okay, so again, ladies, all I'm saying is if you have, because like I said, at that point I was only referencing the sexual satisfaction part, not that leading to cheating.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't make that argument. Because if a man gonna cheat, that's just the type of dude you got. There's nothing you can do.
And that's
no
just like a woman.
conversation is gonna stop him from cheating if he has a cheating spirit. So let me just say this.
Yeah.
Specifically because we mentioned the 3% orgasm and all that foolishness. You know what I'm
11%.
saying? So I was referring to that piece.
Okay.
All I'm saying is if you have the type of man who is capable and who is cooperative with that man, it is better to have the conversation in the beginning. That's all I'm saying. Because of course, if you got a dude that's just gonna be a bum, then there's nothing you could do. So I wouldn't offer any advice for that dude. But for someone with potential, there are some things that you could do to have a better situation strategically. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, there's a lot of times that the women aren't having that conversation. You understand? You can't just rely on everything that a man has to know everything about a woman or every need that she needs. We don't know that. And I told y'all that many, many times before.
But if we're telling you,
And we know y'all don't know.
But you cannot
receive it.
It's too much.
If you
So
having that
definitely gonna have to
conversation,
teach.
if you having that conversation with a man,
Wait a minute. Let me tackle these comments, and I'm gonna tackle him. I'm gonna tackle these comments, and then I'm gonna tackle him. Go ahead,
you can
Disco.
write it all.
Real quick, what I'm confused about, if you said a man got an ego, if he got a real ego, he gonna want to make sure he doing his thing right.
this is what I'm saying.
So if he got
Facts.
if he got an ego about
doing
his
justice.
pride, we gonna take pride as a man to ask, baby, you got
Facts.
yours, you did you.
Hey,
a
if you
real dude
bust
with
nut.
a real ego.
Facts.
A real dude with a real ego.
Wanna
will
get
ask
it done.
questions.
How many
Because of
times
his
you-
ego.
How many
Okay,
They
times
describe it as more insecurity.
hold
than ego.
on. Let me help y'all. Because everybody has an ego. But when what we're talking about enters, is too much ego.
Yeah, he
Okay,
wants to
so
figure out what's wrong.
That's more like pride. That's like
Pride and insecurity.
It's ego.
That's stupid.
It's too much ego. So we all have an ego, and the problem comes in when we have too much ego,
Okay.
because too much
So he
ego
said
doesn't
too much-
allow you.
too much ego, but he think he doing everything right. He not
Yeah.
I disagree.
But how can you?
have something like
But how can?
Dumbass dude then.
No,
And it's a lot of dumbass dudes
That's like
then.
that,
But
yeah.
this is my question:
That's true.
how can men disagree with the experiences of women with men?
Right.
I would not ever tell you that
And
a
we did.
woman ego is not too big when you try to tell her you fell in it, and she was like, "Oh, I know." I had no debate that.
Yeah.
I know them either.
Right.
So if you haven't had that experience with a man, then you can't discredit what I'm saying.
See, most
That's crazy.
Let me take. Go ahead.
Most men don't want to know about your past experience anyway.
Anyway.
You know?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just simply saying this conversation that we're having.
I'm gonna leave like this is my last thing saying. My real dude, he gonna ask the old lady, hey, look here, you got yours, you good?
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
When I was single, I was talking about when I leave. I'm actually
That's true.
Right.
That's true. You do have men that
Right.
will do that.
Yeah,
Let me say this.
But like Sean said, we talking about the men with too much.
No, but let me say this. Nobody's discrediting the experience. We're just discrediting how the experience is being defined. One thing I'm gonna say is this, and let me see if this makes sense.
Book dance.
Okay, no. People who are insecure do not want to face their deficiencies.
People who come into
this, you are not
Oh
gonna
my
get it. You don't
God.
even know what you're talking about. You don't even know what you're
I don't know what I'm talking about
because you don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're responding to because you're not letting me finish. What I'm saying is this.
I'm gonna let you talk, man, since you know why women cheat.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. Men who don't want to face their failures, who don't want to face their shortcomings, that's more of a sign of insecurity. A man who has ego or a big ego wants to overcompensate and works excessively to try to reach the goal.
and that's not insecurity.
That's what I just said. That's
No,
insecurity.
but I'm asking you. Thank you.
But
Yes,
ego and insecurity is different. That's all.
Okay, and what I'm saying is maybe
Too much of it could be insecurity.
and it definitely
Which is the
is.
same, yeah.
And it definitely is.
Which
So
is the same.
we can
Y'all both say the
wordplay,
same.
we can dress
Yeah.
it up, we can make it say be insecurity, we can dress it up, we can put hot dogs around it or whatever we want to do. It is what it is. When a man comes into the conversation with his ego too big and not receptive to the information that the woman is trying to give, it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Because he's not listening.
I agree.
I've actually experienced somebody tell me, no, you don't like it like that, you like it like this. Like, how the hell you gonna tell me how I like it? And then you gonna do it the way you want it done.
That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. But what we're trying to say that nobody's listening is it happens more than not. That's the point that we're trying
does.
to say. It happens too much.
Is that what they just said?
Listen, I
don't
know
doubt
for
what
a
they
fact.
just said.
I know for a FACT exclamation mark. If a man is into you or really about you, he's gonna take his time to learn you.
And that's what they don't understand.
Oh my God!
if
What
you-
part of y'all not understanding that does not happen often? What part of that y'all have
Very
This is what
understand?
I'm saying. This is what I'm
And
saying.
y'all
to you.
trying
You're saying that it
to
doesn't happen.
y'all trying to take
I'm
a
telling you
few
it's
men out there. Listen, y'all trying to take a handful of men out there and just and throw it on majority of the men that we're talking about. We're trying to advise y'all of what we've experienced, what's going out there with other women.
And let me tell you the ironic part. The caller that
take
called in, Miss Chris, I don't even think she was at the park when we had this similar conversation about out of 10 experiences.
And she said
the same number
thing.
every other woman at that park
said the
said.
same.
3 out of 10.
said the
So
same.
this is not made up.
Okay. Let me say this. Because brothers, we
Like, I don't understand why you want to debate a woman's sexual experience with these raggedy dudes.
Here's the thing. The problem is, brothers, I think us starting our sexual experiences young in life and never too young, and then you get like, you learn that game from your teenage years, and then you carry that same game into your 20s, and then you carry that same game to your 30s, and it just never matures. So it's just some habits we're gonna have to talk about that we gotta change because we want our women to be satisfied. We do.
You right, LaRon. This show reveals the deep lack of communication between men and women.
Thank
you.
you.
Are absolutely correct because we are sitting here trying to communicate why women cheat and specifically talking about the deficiencies that women feel and the lack of attention and the lack of sexual satisfaction.
Nobody disagreed with that.
Okay, we gonna read we got a lot of comments here. Nobody did. We done had a whole debate, but ain't nobody disagreeing with us. What we debating?
Hold on. The only thing I just suggested is that in certain conversations we probably need to
should have.
earlier.
Okay, and you said something else earlier that I want to get on because you made a statement about some people have too much experience. What was your statement? Okay, we 1 foot in the grave grown. So it's not like we 20 and the person got all this experience. Okay, we damn near 50. If you still learning and you still got all this stuff that you need to learn or whatever the case is, you can't try to go and say that somebody else has too much experience because another person may have too less of an experience. That's not fair. That's an attack, and it definitely is an attack to assume that a woman that's 40 something, 50 something years old shouldn't be sexually experienced.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. That is what you said.
People, what you trying?
I said, let's not act like.
Are you talking about promiscuity?
Thank you. Let's not act like promiscuity is not a reality. See, here's what I don't like.
You didn't say that because you don't have to be. You don't have to be a promiscuous person.
Let me put a word to it. Some people have been too promiscuous. If that makes people feel better. All I'm saying is, sometimes you could be with John, want him to act like James. That's all I'm saying. And sometimes when you've had, hold on. Exactly. Sometimes when you've had too many experiences, because some people, men included, some of us have been too promiscuous and it's costing you later on. I'm saying, God. Listen, sometimes that is the case because I've met some women who like some weird stuff. But it doesn't mean that she was promiscuous. It may just mean she likes some weird stuff that you're not into. Just say this. She could have learned that weird stuff from the one relationship that she was in. But the problem with your statement is I don't make blanket statements. I have conversations before I start saying things. So I'm not going to say these things about these women. And for the women that don't. I have not got an admission from them. And for the women that don't. For the women that don't. For the women that don't. What y'all said. Okay. Oh, okay then. All right. So again, men don't listen. And this is the reason why the bottom line is the reason men get cheated on is because they don't listen. So how about that? No, the reason men get cheated on is because they make those decisions. Okay, but there are decisions. Like we make a decision to cheat because men don't listen.
We defined that already. That it's a choice. We all know it's a choice.
Yeah, let me just say this though. This is what I found. I know we got a whole lot of time left. This is what I found in having conversations with women who are honest enough to admit that they've cheated. Women were more likely to reclassify acts of cheating. In other words, if it happened in a certain age group, then it really wasn't cheating. If the relationship was in a poor condition, then it really wasn't cheating. If we was about to break up anyway, then it really wasn't cheating. I'm just saying.
Who said that?
Women that I've talked to.
I thought she was talking about me and Kim.
No, women that I've talked to personally. I started this off, again, not listening. I started this off by saying with the women that I talked to personally. Okay. So all I'm saying is, in the rebuilding aspect of our conversation, men, there are some things that we need to change because with all topics, not just cheating, the one thing that keeps recycling itself is our inability to listen and comprehend our women's needs. So men, that is an area in all aspects of a relationship that we need to improve upon. So let me put that out there. Women, let me just say this. Some of you, not all, do a very poor job
of communicating
what you need and what you expect from a man. I know the popular thing to do is to just specifically target what men don't bring to the table, but women, take it from a man. If you have a good man, if you learn how to talk to him, you will get better results. You have a good man who's dedicated to satisfying
now,
emotionally, spiritually, and physically.
When you say learn how to talk to him, are you saying just to talk to him, or is there a certain practice or a way that she needs to communicate? Okay. When you say learn how to talk to him.
Good job. Because sometimes women, and y'all will do this, y'all won't say something until you are frustrated.
Yeah.
And then the timing is piss poor, i.e., just got home from work. Okay? Bad timing. things going on where he's trying to prioritize, trying to handle, something with the household. Like he's obviously dealing with something else and it's frustrating him, or it's important to him, or it's just something he prioritized. You have to learn your man. There's no do it here. You just have to learn your man and learn
the
and learn.
hypocrisy.
It's not no hypocrisy.
Okay, hold on. Wait.
Say men need to learn how to talk to these women.
Okay, I got that
just
part.
Say that.
I got that part.
It's the same. Hold on. No, it's the same thing with women. We have to learn how to communicate with each other. Timing, tact, and tone.
Okay. So, when he coming home from work is not a good time. Strategizing about something at the house is not a good time. Wouldn't the same way you suggested women to have a conversation beforehand, before the dissatisfaction in the act, wouldn't it be wise for the man to have a conversation at the beginning of the relationship to say, hey, listen, this is a good time for you to communicate your needs, or when we're having a problem or issue, this is the best time to talk to me. Catch me on the weekend when I'm chilling, when I'm watching Law and Order, or whatever the case is, after the basketball game, Sean. So if we gonna be proactive, we need to be proactive all the way across the board. So what I'm tired of, since you sick of some stuff, I'm sick of some stuff too. I'm tired of men and society always having all of these rules and regulations and all these things that women need to do to keep a man. What she need to do to keep him from cheating. What she need to do to accommodate him. What she need to do for this. What she need to do for that. Okay. You sure did. You sure did. And you also provided a contradiction, because you saying that the woman needs to. Okay, and I'm saying this. You said that she needs time, tact, and tone. So she needs to. Okay, that's fine. She needs to know when to talk to her man. She need to learn her man. So for us to tell y'all that y'all need to learn us to actually satisfy us, we need to have a conversation. For us to learn y'all and when to talk to y'all, we need to learn that. Not you need to have a conversation.
That's not what I said.
But that's what you said.
No, that's twisting what I said. I'm gonna say it for the people in the back. Both sides are responsible for effective communication. In other words, the principles in terms of quality communication.
No, I'm not upset.
The principles.
She's just conscious.
The principles that I advocate that men should use, women should use the exact same principles. Is that clear? There is no different standard for men. There is no different standard for women. We should both learn when is the best time to communicate, what words are triggers for our mates, what words will make our mates shut down, and when our mates are not in the mood to be receptive to what we have to say. That goes for men and women. There is no difference.
Missing the point, but I got
There is no difference. The standard is the same.
You're missing the point, but I got you.
But we're talking.
And no, for the record, I am not upset. Yes, thank you so much, Loyalty, for letting the new viewers know. I'm not upset. I'm passionate, but more importantly, I'm not angry. I'm conscious. Y'all missed that T-shirt. So yes,
Here y'all go.
I want to thank you guys for. They say, is she upset? She mad. Cool out. LaShawn is cooler than the fan. Believe me, and I am so sorry that we have some awesome comments and we did not get a chance to address them all. It's just so many of them, but I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. I can tackle some of the newer ones. LaRon says, I agree. Women do a very, very poor job of communicating their desires or needs, but he says, okay, the screen just moved. And I'm going to just go ahead and one more time address the reason why we don't is because the men don't listen. Okay. So again, you guys could keep talking about our poor job of communicating, and we're going to continue to talk about y'all's poor job of listening.
Okay.
So that we can go around on that merry-go-round back and forth.
Listen, what I had a conversation about earlier about somebody turning into somebody's son. You understand? When you communicating to a man, you can't put him in that frame of mind where he's feeling like he's being sunned. So therefore, it's like I told you earlier, it's easy to go and talk to your friend because you feel a certain comfort zone with that. Why can't you guys establish that safe zone like we need?
Stennard,
You understand?
I'm going to say this again. Disco, is my mic up as loud as it could go? Because for some
Communication
reason,
is the key.
They're not comprehending.
we
It's not registering.
have the conversation
In the beginning.
in the beginning,
Okay.
in the middle, in the end.
Sometimes during.
10 years later, after the relationship is over.
Seriously.
Okay, we don't then. I guess we
Nobody-
all
We
gonna-
do.
First of all, I've been I've been out on the women talk about BS in the beginning. They're not talking about a lot of
So you
substance in the
mask?
beginning. Let's cut.
Well, that's the way
This is what I'm saying, but this is what we're saying. When we're telling, okay, for example, we just said what we just said. You come with, oh, I've been with the women that, but you can't do that because we're displaying what we are
I'm
displaying.
saying y'all specifically.
We're not
Okay.
grading y'all
So-
for the other woman.
So no. Because when y'all were talking about why men cheat, we didn't say, well, when I was with this man and
That ain't what he said.
this-
And that wasn't the
Right, that's what I'm saying. But this is what's happening.
We're gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, we hey, we
And somebody
gotta.
coming back with an apology.
We have an
the best.
assignment. Everybody,
Yeah.
all the viewers,
Yeah.
we all have to
Do that.
rewatch.
Come back next week. And
We
come
all
out there.
have to rewatch the show from week before
Right.
last. Why men cheat?
And if they didn't drive
Because-
If y'all did exactly choices,
they didn't
responsibility.
drive that point home.
Exactly.
We can
Accountability.
drive it right now.
Listen,
But if men want to know so they could stop being cheated on,
Yeah.
if they want to know,
They gotta listen.
if
and
they want to
receive
know,
it.
Okay, go ahead.
if they want to know,
I'm
then
gonna step in it.
no, I'm not stepping
Okay,
in
go ahead.
nothing
Go
because
ahead.
it's the same way on the other side. See,
Right.
you're too busy
No,
trying to
no,
debate. You're too busy trying to debate.
I just
Why?
want a specific quote.
And you got some men out there that's gonna miss it because we're sitting here, having a debate about it. You got some men out there that really want to know and that is really receptive to receiving this information.
Okay, go ahead. Say what you're about
I'm
to
gonna
say.
read the comments
Have you
from
ever
our
cheated
folks.
before?
Because this is what she said last week.
Have you ever cheated?
She
before?
said,
We can go back.
okay, week before that. This is what she said. Because this is what you just said. You said if the men want to know so they can stop being cheated on.
Okay.
When we said something similar to that,
Mm-hmm.
your response, and it's on tape, was when you start saying that, you're now blaming the victim. Or
You're absolutely
and you're blaming
correct.
the person
But
that was
if
being
men-
cheated on. So she was like, it has women, it has nothing to do with you.
And
You
it
cheated because
doesn't
you
have
cheated. So you
anything.
just-
Listen, the choice of cheating has nothing to do with the person being cheated on. The actual
Action.
We're talking
Yes.
about the
Action.
why.
Yes.
Okay, we're addressing
Right.
the why. When we were having that conversation, it was a
Thank
conversation
you, Sean.
on the actual act. And why don't you leave instead of stay
Yeah.
or whatever? And y'all thing was, men ain't just gonna get up and leave their kids and leave their family like that or whatever. They're gonna
Exactly.
go out
I remember
and try to
that.
get the whatever satisfaction and come back home and whatever the case is. So on the act of cheating,
Remember.
whether it's a man or a woman cheating, it is a decision.
Yeah.
It is a choice. Now, if we want to have a question on why women do it, then it is because of emotional and mental neglect.
Right.
For men, it is more of a physical
Right.
reason. That's not up for debate. It is what it is. I'm not sitting here saying that the act of cheating was not a choice for women.
Right.
You got in your head that you always believe that there's this great division between
No,
women
I
and men.
specifically
No.
responded.
Okay,
You said
we're
the
talking.
same thing.
We're
Your
telling
response
you
is different.
why. No, it wasn't, because we was having a different conversation. The conversation we was having then was about the act of cheating. Right now, we're talking about the reason women cheat. The reason is whether it's right or wrong or otherwise.
Right.
When a woman steps out, it is because she is lacking something emotionally and mentally. For men, it is more of a physical reason. Sometimes it's emotional, sometimes it's mental, but more than likely it is physical. Women, it's emotional and mental. We're not talking about the act of cheating. Yes, it's a choice, no matter who does it, woman or man.
We
That's
didn't
not.
know why when we did men.
At that particular time during the conversation where you're quoting what I said, we were talking about the act of cheating.
So with that
Let's go
being
back and
said,
watch it.
there's it's not right to cheat overall. However, we do need our men to listen to what we're saying. Please, men, listen. hear us. Even if you don't, even if right now you got to go back and replay this, just hear what we're saying. Just be open to hearing what we're trying to advise you all out there.
And it's Coca Baby. How can you say she can't speak on why men cheat, but then you got two men sitting here talking about why women cheat? Like this is not this show is not. That's what this comment says.
No, I didn't speak on why women cheat.
He's talking about me.
Yeah, but he also said man can't speak on why women cheat.
He said she can't speak on why men cheat. So I'm addressing that.
Oh, okay.
So we can't. This show is not about, you know, one person telling somebody else that you can't tell a woman what it is, and a man can't tell a woman what it is, or whatever the case is. I can have that conversation just like you can have that conversation about why women cheat. And we have three guys here that's having the conversation about why women cheat because they've had experiences with women. They've had the reasons that women have told them, whether it be their sister, their girlfriends, or co-workers or whatever. They've had the information or the intel given to them by women on why women cheat, and they can come up with their own reasons or opinions about why women cheat. So we can do the same. So let's not have that conversation about who can tell who about what, because that definitely is not going to resolve a problem. When we start entering to those waves of being chauvinistic, you know, and saying who can say what and who's qualified to give what information, then that's not community building, and we're not resolving any kind of issue when we start to do that. So again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the G Spot.
We tried to grow, baby.
But somebody got to go.
Thank
you guys so much for tuning in. Good night.
Let's go.